enough as God's standard. Amen. To the point where you can have that protection and be able to be a blessing to other people. Then the third phase, he says that over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, that's the spiritual warfare of life. What I think you're going to find is that once after you settle in your economics, you're going to find that your purpose, it's easier for God to deal with you in the realm of purpose. Now, you're going to find, and this is what we're talking about. How did Jesus win Peter? Jesus walked into Peter's job and he relieved him of his job. Basically, what did he do with? He gave him a two-boat sinking, net-breaking harvest. Amen. And then after that, Peter fell to his knees and said, "Go for me, I'm a sinful man." And in the end, before Jesus was about to leave, Peter said, "I go fishing," because that's what Peter knew. Because fishing had given him everything in his life. And Jesus comes back to him and says, "Lovest thee more than these." And sometimes we are told that he was competing with the other apostles, and that's not what he was doing. He was saying, "Do you love me more than these fishers?" Because these fishers gave you a home, gave you a family, etc., etc. Until you come to the place where you can love me beyond the resources, you understand the purpose of the resources, the use of the resources, the why of the resources. Until you can love me, that I can truly assign you into your purpose for life, which is feed my sheep, feed my lambs, which is, again, be a blessing to your neighbor. Amen? And it is at this phase, I believe, we come to manhood, because I believe manhood is the understanding of your purpose. Amen? But until when you're still fighting for resources to survive, for survival, because you're surviving, thriving, and dominating, it's very difficult to submit yourself to the full development of your purpose. As a pastor, this has been 38 years of pastoring, 44 years of preaching, all right? 40 nations of the world, etc., been all around the world, etc. I've come to the point where you see people again, most of the time, if they have a financial need or situation, their job, they won't come to church. They have to go to work. And you can't be vexed with somebody because we are taking care of their family. You understand? So, again, one of the things that God has to do and teach us is to go beyond all the limitations of resources, etc. Amen? And to understand there is something, we understand the need for money, the power of money, the why of money, and then we understand beyond money, which is purpose. I believe that is what brings a man to manhood. Now, after you come to manhood, then I believe you can go to marriage, which is the fourth phase of man's life. First phase is learning, labor, or wealth development. The third one is spiritual warfare of purpose. Then the fourth aspect of your life, which comes after you understand what your